Hi, it's Candy Michael. I'm actually in Temple City, California right now, and this is my awesome dad. And I just wanted to share him with all of you so you guys could give him a quick shout out, and he wanted to say hi to you as well.
Hi, I'm only 97 years of age, and I can hear, I can see, as long as I got a wall to hold on to. No, I'm very, very, I don't know what the right word is.
Happy.
I'm healthy and happy.
Yes. And so I wanted to introduce him to you because I'm out here hanging out with him for about a week and a half. And I really wanted to do my live with you guys. I didn't want to skip any. So I told Dad, I said, I'm going to introduce you to all my Facebook Live friends. So thanks, Dad. Thanks for helping me. Mwah.
Oh,
All right, let's go make a card. So let me walk back over here. He is so much fun. He is a great guy. Yes, it is amazing, I'm telling you. Thanks, girls, for joining me. Let me go ahead and flip the camera around, and I will show you the card we're going to make. It's going to be using Nature's Harvest. So hang on one second. Oops, where did it go? Where did my camera go? There it is. Hi, Akimi. Nice to hear you. Oh, I'm so glad you got to meet my dad. He's an awesome dad. Whoops. Hang on, guys. I'm making shift here with a whole different setup. I had to bring my little setup that is a makeshift one. And I think, oops, it says turn your phone. I did turn my phone. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Oh, thanks for joining me again. And now that it took me a minute to fumble through, I'm here. So I made the cutest card for a swap that I was in, and I received several. So I brought a few that I had gotten back in the mail as well. So this is my card, and I'm going to walk you through how I made it. But it seems easier if I just show it to you up front, and then you guys can see. Yes. And somebody else said to him the other day, and you even have your own teeth. And he goes, yes, I do. So yeah, he's awesome. We're very, very blessed. So this is my card that I made using the Nature's Harvest. This is also a bundle, so there are some dies that come with it. I actually took and put a magnetic piece inside that had some adhesive on it, and I was able to put my dies in here so that I can keep them with my stamps. So that's just another little tip. Sometimes you guys like to hear some other ideas as to how you store these things. I do normally put like an X on here, a big red X. If I'm putting this, when I put this back on my shelf, then I know my dies are in here. Some of them are still in another area, but it was just easier for me. So here we go. Here's my card. And I have done a couple of this fold, but I thought you guys would enjoy another way of doing it, making this folding part wider. And it opens like this and then flips open like that. See? And then I just brought a strip of the designer paper from here. Just cut a little strip and put it right inside. So just a simple little piece that adds more to finishing the card and the look on the inside. So I brought all the parts and pieces so I can show you how I made this. So first, I'll set my stamp set aside. And I have the base being the Misty Moonlight. The base is 4 1/4 by, this is inches, 8 1/2. So 4 1/4 wide by 8 1/2. And then we scored it right at the 5 1/2 mark, which gives you this nice little fold on the front. So this is the basic ones that I've done in the recent past. But again, I made the folding piece, which is this, which is in crumb cake. I made this a little bit wider. So this piece is 3 1/2 inches wide by 9 1/2 inches long. So again, just a little bit wider here. So this is going to be glued inside. And I guess I will go ahead and start by doing that. And then I'll show you the designer paper that I used as well. And now I'm trying to think. Oh, it was the harvest paper. So this comes as a suite. So you can buy all of the different elements that go with this whole bundle. And Stampin' Up! Did make this one a suite, meaning that they have designer paper. They also have a cork paper that you'll see on some of the samples that I brought with me that were done. And they have a couple of embellishments and things like that. So the suites are pretty cool. So here it's going to have our flip and our fold. Next, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put on our little crumb cake, and then I added the designer paper, and that goes right on here, like so. That's our driveway alarm when someone pulls in. School, we live next to a school, Temple City High School, and it is getting out for the day. They started school, I think, today, and people like to turn around in the driveway, so pardon that little bell. All right, next we have the designer paper. And again, I used a little piece of this on the inside, and I'll give you these measurements in a quick second here. Okay, and then this piece right on top. There we go. So this little piece of the crumb cake, sorry, I had it all written out, but it's at home in Ohio. So this is 2 7/8 tall, the crumb cake is, by 4 1/8 wide. And then your designer paper is going to be 2 3/4 tall by 4 inches wide. Very simple cuts. Okay, let's finish the inside. So I cut 2 pieces of our white. I'll give you those measurements. You guys, this card is just such a pretty easy card to make. So this is 4 1/2 inches long by 3 1/4 inches, and you need 2 of those. So you'll want to cut 2 of those, one for the inside and one for the out. So, or the front, in and out, right? That's where my brain was going. One for the front and one for the inside. Hello, Cheryl, and welcome. Hi, Paula. Gosh, hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm just putting in like globs of glue here, not paying attention. Trying to read my screen as I put it all together. So I have my piece here, and ooh, that went on like really straight. I'm so surprised. And then I just cut like a 1/2 inch piece here. Let me make sure. Ooh, that is too long. Glad I did that before I put glue all over it. So it should be the same width as the white. But I remember I just cut a bunch of strips and threw them in my bag when I was leaving. Okay, so this is just a 1/2 inch strip. And again, that was 3 1/4 inches wide. I love making sure I complete the insides of my cards. I know a lot of people don't necessarily do that when they're doing swaps. But to me, it just feels like a finished card. But whatever works for you, you do whatever works for you. And that's what works for me, because it's just that extra little step that takes me just a couple seconds. And I always end up with a lot of scraps of designer paper. So super easy to put it on the inside. So I want this to lay down flatter. But I'm going to set this over here and bring back my front piece. So now my front, here's the card. I think you can see that in camera. And here's the piece I'm going to build on. So these dies all come in the set that I'm using in that bundle. So I cut 2 of these really cool trees, and those are in early espresso. So if you can see, they're the dark brown. One of them will be glued down in whole right here. The other one, I just need to trim a little bit of the bottom, because I'm going to pull this one so it comes down a little bit shorter. I didn't want them to be the same. I wanted to bring it down just a little bit, and the stem was going to hang off too far. So that's what I did. So just a little bit of glue on here, and let's see if I can keep it to that, because sometimes you know how it goes, especially when you're trying to do a live, it just goes everywhere and makes a big mess. And I did not bring any kind of a glue eraser. I wasn't thinking, it wasn't that I didn't think I'd need it. I just Really wasn't thinking when I was packing things. So that looks pretty good. I really don't need a whole lot of glue. So I liked having a little bit of the arm hanging all the way over to the edge. And just tap that on. And then this piece, we're going to do the same. Just put a little bit of glue at the base, a couple little dots. Dot, 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 goose. No, that's not how it goes. Well, that's all right. We'll just say it does. Teresa, Tess. So nice to see you. Maybe I could see you while I'm here. Okay, let's put this piece down here. So I didn't mind having like a little bit of this. Oops, I don't want that not far. I don't mind having a little bit of this hanging off. It looks kind of cute. Okay, next I have our, I don't know, like our wheat pieces. And this is going to just go right over the top. These were much longer and I did trim them. Sorry, it had a little glue on the bottom. And so they're going to come right to the bottom of this. So I did already trim that. They were longer and I just snipped them off. So let's put a little more glue on here. Woohoo. You guys, I don't know if I told you this, but I'm going to be celebrating my Stampin' Up! Stampiversary 25 years in October. Can you believe it? I can't. So my children grew up, well, everybody grew up with me doing this. My kids. All my friends are like, you still stamping? Yep. Still going at it. Okay, so then this piece is just going to fit right there. How's that? Perfect. Doesn't it look good? Lastly, I have already stamped and die cut out my flowers. Now, I did die cut 2. You really don't need a full second one. But the stamp set is, this particular stamp is super cute. When I stamped it, I did use our crumb cake ink, and I already ran it through the die cut machine. I did bring my little mini machine, though. It travels really nicely, but I had pre-cut all this at home in Ohio. So I'm going to take this piece. I did lay it down flat. I did not pop this one up. So let's put some glue on here. And I cannot wait to show you these other samples that were made by other demonstrators from a swap that I do monthly. It's a bundle swap, and we get some awesome cards, and I get some great ideas for my classes using those cards. So thank you, Kelly Atchison and Kathy Miller, for organizing those swaps each month. Okie dokie. So now that I put a ton of glue on it, I'm going to probably get it all over my fingers. But we are going to bring this closer to the bottom, right about there. And it's kind of lumpy, but it's going to lay down flat. This glue is amazing. So I die cut out a second one, and I really only needed this top of this flower, but I wanted to just show you because it's attached like right here. So I'm just going to give it a little trim, quick little trim, and right here at the stem as well. So with this, now that it's, there we go. So I have my flower, and with this, I'm going to use a dimensional and just pop it up. So I want that here, and then I'm going to just place my little flower on it. And I kind of want to line it up so it looks like it has a little shadow. So now you'll see I have my little 3D effect. You could even do that on the other flowers, but I just wanted it on the one because I thought that would look super cool. Okay, so we're almost, well, I can go ahead and glue this down now. I found it easier to do it when it wasn't on my card. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to the front. Is it all coming together? I think so. I think so. I think it's going to look good. Thanks, Tess. Okay, so let's put that down. Oh my goodness. You know what? I am actually, normally at home, I'm sitting down and I can't always see from the top down, which sounds silly, but I am able to see much better if I'm standing up and over everything, which makes sense. So lastly, I need to stamp my tag. So here it is, the finished look, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. Now, normally, you guys, I would tell you to stamp first and then use your die over the top and cut it out, because you may not always get it on there straight. But I have a backup plan if it's crooked. So let's see how I do. But I'm going to use the Early Espresso ink. Move my glue. I'm going to use my Early Espresso ink. And hi, Jennifer. I'm saying hello to you guys all the way from beautiful Southern California. And it is gorgeous today. So at the beginning, if you're just joining me at the beginning, I introduced you to my dad. He's so much fun. So that looks pretty good. All right, you guys, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to bring this up here and see if I can get this on here straight. So let's see, I have a pad under here. Make sure it's not off the side. But this stamp, like I said, it's much easier to stamp first and then die cut, but I'm doing this the other way. So I have it. I'm kind of going to hold my breath here in hopes. Hey, it worked out great. Worked out great. Oh, rainy and stormy out there. Bring us some sunshine. Okay, I'll bring it with me. You'll have to wait a little bit, but I'll bring it when I come home. Promise. Because we'll be going into fall there pretty soon. So that's not too bad. It's not perfect, but you guys get the idea. So with this one, what I wanted to do is I want to bring it right over the top of the base piece here, these little cut pieces, but I want it to pop up. So I'm going to grab some of my dimensionals and put one on each end. Now, you do have to be careful when you put this on that you don't put your dimensional too close to the end, because then it'll glue your card closed. And I laugh because you guys, I've done stuff like that before, not paying attention to what I was doing. So I'm going to bring that dimensional a little further inside, because I know for sure that's going to be fine. That's going to work. And then I wanted the dimensionals kind of bridged over this. So I'm just going to cut a piece in half, and I'm going to put it right there in hopes that I'm putting it in the right spot. We can only guess, right? That one looks like it's a little lower. Move it up. Perfect. Hello, Natalie. What's the wording? Oh, I missed it. Hello, Mary from Montana. Okay. So with this, we have to pull off these little pieces of paper. And, oops. Let's hope my dimensionals all line up. No, not too bad. That's a little off center. Does she take it off? There we go. Okay, because it's going to bug me if it's off center. There. Whew. What does the sentiment say? Oh, that would be helpful. It says, sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. Isn't that pretty? Some of the other stamps in here are really cool too. There's another one that says, thank you, good luck. And then this one says, a reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. So I thought that was a very pretty saying. It is a little harder to read, but when you're up close, you can see it. Sorry, I did have it far away. So this is my creation for today. And again, it opens. I see I have glue all over that. I'll have to get the eraser. But again, it opens like this and like this. And then you can stamp whatever you want on the inside or write your little note. I'm going to show you a couple other cards from the swap I was in. And I have the names. This is from Jody Peterson. And this is just using the dies. And, oh, that's right. This ribbon is in that suite. And this is another die that you can use for a tag. Thank you. And then we have these gold metallic, or I think they're called metallic embellishments. And a beautiful, this I love this embossing folder as well. It's really, really cool. I don't know where I'm showing you guys this. I'm looking at the card and enjoying it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. There we go. There we go. So there's one. This one I thought was beautiful as well. Oh, I don't have a name on this one. I don't know who made this one, but this is from my same swap. Gorgeous how they did the coloring here, and then they did the fold on the inside. So this is just a basic quarter sheet of cardstock and another embossing folder. Isn't that gorgeous? And then she used some DSP. So I love showing this stuff to you guys because there's a lot of fun ideas out there. This is from my sweet friend Mindy Gray, and I love how Mindy used the die. And this is the cork. It's like cork paper, I believe they call it. And you can use the cork paper through the die cutting machine. And again, here's some more embellishments. And Mindy did pop up that front panel. And then look, she finished the inside too. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. And I think I have to remember if that's the mint or the succulent. I'm going to say its color is succulent because it's a little darker. And then this was another one that was just beautiful as well. And this is from Judy Garza. And Judy stamped and colored in with probably some pencils or some of the blends onto the crumb cake, which I thought was really cute. And I love how she added this extra little bow. She has the same sentiment that I used down here. And then on the inside, she didn't put it inside, but that's easy to finish. So these are the cards I wanted to share with you guys today. I do have an idea for next week. Maybe. I will let you know if I'll be on next week or not because it's a traveling day. And I may be having like way too much fun down at the beach as I'll be staying with some friends of mine. So I'll let you know if I'll be live next week or not. It depends on what we're going to be doing and what time I will be leaving here. But thank you so much for joining me today. Again, this is the Nature's Harvest stamp set, and it is a bundle. I think that's the name of the bundle too. Didn't write it down as I flew in here to do this. But I really enjoy making cards and doing my live for you guys. It gives me so much joy to share with you. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. And thank you all for joining me. Any comments would be great. I love to hear from you guys. And again, it's celebration time. So you can get your orders in, and every $50 before tax and shipping, you get a free celebration item from Stampin' Up. And it's a great time now to join my team. They will give you, besides your kit that you purchase for $99, you'll get $125 worth of product. And Stampin' Up is going to give you a free bundle. There's a few that you can choose from them. So join my team, get some celebration products, and have a great rest of your week. I will see you again next week. And if not, I'll give you a quick shout out to let you know. But thanks again. By the way, it is like 1:30-ish here. So I still have the rest of my day. Bye, you guys. Have a great time. Talk to you soon. And friends. Yes, thanks, Paula. Bye for now.